Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Thursday, February the 19th, shortly after 8 a.m. As far as all of you in the winter weather contest, we're giving away that home weather station courtesy of Davis Instruments. We have until the very end of this month to get a winner, and we don't have a winner, but we will have a winner because we've hit the minimum threshold. I was getting a little worried there, but preliminary numbers from what I have tabulated shows that at least we will have a winner. We went for the longest time because we play Price is Right rules. You have to be the closest without going over. We only had 0.2 of an inch there for the longest time, and now we got to where somebody actually guessed a minimum amount. So that'll change, though, I have a feeling, over the next few days. I want to start off with, we got so much. Again, it's just, winter was like, okay, it's going to get cold. We're going to get real cold, maybe a few flurries. It's warming up. Going to get real cold, maybe a few flurries. Okay, then it's going to warm. That was the whole winter so far, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's hitting us, and there's a lot to talk about over the next 7 days. We've got tonight and tomorrow, late tonight and tomorrow. We've got thunderstorms this weekend. We've got more cold air coming back in. I still got a huge question mark for late Sunday and into Monday, especially for southern Arkansas. And then late next week, I have seen remarkable consistency. You have to remember, 6 or 7 days away, remarkable consistency on another system to watch. Could it be bigger? Yes, but you have to remember all systems in the 6 to 7 day time period look much bigger than they usually are. With that said, maybe this will be the one that is actually going to deliver. Who knows? We'll keep you updated on that. All right, the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued this winter storm watch for much of the state, including all of the metro and much of the Channel 7 viewing area. Now, I don't want to minimize the threat we have late tonight, tomorrow, but the winter, from what I've read, the winter storm criteria, you have to have icing, freezing rain, 1/4 of an inch or more. That would be for a pure freezing rain, and then that would qualify for an ice storm warning. If you have a mixture of sleet and freezing rain with amounts at least 1/4 of an inch or greater, I believe that would qualify for a winter storm warning. Amounts less than 1/4 of an inch would qualify. We're talking about mostly ice here. Would qualify for a winter weather advisory. So I have a feeling that a lot of this, maybe not all, but a lot of this will get converted into a winter weather advisory. And here's a look at GFS total amounts. And you can see these are ice amounts. Not all that impressive at all. Now, it may be underdoing. There's not, the moisture is very light with this. There's not a lot of moisture. A lot of cold air, yeah. But generally less than 1/10 of an inch. There's some models that show a little bit more than this. So that's why I'm thinking more of the winter weather advisory criteria. Now to the GFS, courtesy of weatherbell.com. Hold on, we got a lot to talk about here. Freezing line isn't, let me explain what you're seeing in case you're new to these maps here. The red line is 32 degrees. Boy, it got cold last night, near a record-breaking cold. 35-degree line is in the blue. Area of high pressure at the surface, this is at noon today, is moving away. So it's retreating Arctic air. If it was building in, we'd be talking about something different. But this is moving away, which means our winds will surface winds will initially come out of the east and the northeast, but they'll eventually switch towards the south, and we will warm up to the point where thunderstorms will be possible as a wave of low pressure passes by later on Tuesday. My days get so mixed up. Later on Saturday. Okay, so tonight, this is between midnight and 6 a.m. The GFS has the freezing line over southwest Arkansas. And really, a lot of times the precipitation will break out a little bit faster than the models depict. But you see it's starting to show stuff between those hours. Sleet here in the river valley, freezing rain, it's just scattered stuff. And then it picks up between 6 a.m. and noon. And the freezing line, according to the GFS, moves up into central Arkansas, right around the Little Rock area by noon. So it's showing temperatures at or below freezing all morning long. Sleet up here towards the north, sleet and snow. This would be a mix of sleet and freezing rain here, and then all rain across the south. Remember, first of all, the GFS is a little bit warmer than the NAM, And in these situations where you have cloud cover and even light precipitation, the climb above freezing is usually, not always, but usually much slower than anticipated. So that's the freezing line moving towards the north. Again, like I've been telling you, this is a situation where temperatures slowly climb all day long, and even tomorrow night, temperatures will go up. And then the 32-degree line Friday at 6 p.m. is north of Little Rock, and most of the models agree on that. By midnight, 35-degree lines moving in northeast Arkansas, so temperatures rise throughout the night. And then by noon, there's a surface low, more cold air coming in, but I think during the afternoon, early evening hours, there's a chance for thunderstorm activity, especially across the southeastern half of the state. And then the cold air comes in Sunday, coming back in. The low moves away. New area of high pressure builds in. You're getting northeasterly winds. And then the GFS is indicating that by Sunday night and into Monday, ignore that, there could be more wintry weather. Could. We'll see how that, and that's focusing on southern Arkansas. In the long range, the trend this winter, or medium range, I should say, is to suppress the waves of low pressure towards the south. In reality, they come a little bit further north. So while it shows southern Arkansas, areas north need to be on guard and watch that forecast. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but watch that forecast for early next week. Now let's jump ahead. I've been getting a lot of people asking on social media about with another big batch of cold air coming in by the end of next week and a very strong trough coming out of the west, ejecting waves of low pressure. And this is next Thursday morning. Look at the surface low out here in New Mexico. This will not verify exactly, but there's another concern. 32-degree line well south. Look at all the snow developing over Oklahoma. I think a lot of this would be ice and snow across Oklahoma, snow in Arkansas. We're talking about long range. See that? Boy, just, wow. Thursday at noon, that's snow. This is next week. What is this? February the 26th. Wow. That's late in the day Thursday. You know the blues and purples, by the way, that's snow. Wow, huh? I don't know why the model does that. That's all snow. And let me see the next time period. That's all snow. Gosh. Whew. Can I click on? Just for fun, everybody. Snowfall accumulations. Just for fun. This is a model, not a forecast. A model, not a forecast. You see the scale? I don't believe that. I just don't. I don't buy it. Anyway, so you see what you get here on the Arkansas Weather Blog. We show you all the data, lay it all out there for you, give my opinion. Don't take this, share it, and put it all over social media and says, Todd says this is going to happen. No, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying that there's a chance for another round of wintry weather later next week. But to that degree. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Thank you for... What was that? Okay. Anyway, so thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.